Hello, fearless German students. This is a screencast going over how to write Relativsätze, relative clauses. And the first thing you need to know is the relative pronouns for the different genders and cases. Here they are. You'll notice it is just like Resenese endings, with the exception of the bottom line for genitive and the plural dative case, which looks a little bit different. But otherwise it is the same thing as Resenese. So let's get right to it. In English, we say, that is the man who is nice. In German, you need a relative clause with a relative pronoun. So instead of using the word for who, we use a relative pronoun to replace this word. And the relative pronoun has to refer back to the man and match it in gender and case. So here's what it looks like. Das ist der Mann, der nett ist. Der is the relative pronoun that means who. It's referring back to Mann, so it has to be masculine. And since it is the subject of this second clause, we need the nominative case. We'll do one for accusative. Das ist der Mann, den ich liebe. Again, we have masculine because it's referring back to Mann. In this case, ich is the subject. I'm doing the action. I love who? The Mann. So the direct object is the relative pronoun. Therefore, we need the accusative case. Now we'll do a dative one. Dative most often happens with a dative preposition. So we could say, das ist der Mann mit dem ich spreche. Again, ich is the subject, but now we have mit, a preposition, and it's a dative preposition, which means we need the dative relative pronoun. Notice that when you have a preposition, that comes right after the comma, and the relative pronoun comes after that. So these are all examples with masculine. And we'll do one more in genitive. Das ist der Mann, dessen Mantel schwarz ist. Since genitive shows possession, dessen means whose, and shows the possession of the mantel. But it is again referring back in gender to der Mann, because it's his mantel. And that is basically how relative pronouns work, just using the example of the masculine gender. Notice also that in all of these cases, the relative pronoun is introducing a dependent clause, which means the verb is at the end. Verb, 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 verb. It throws the verb to the end, just like the subordinating conjunctions do.